Hello everybody, this is Dr. Enderpickles. Today we have an unconventional video, but we all felt very bothered by Fit's recent video and felt like we needed to make a group response. So today I have with me Jared 2013 and Police Mike and Kill It of the Anti-Incursion. Would you all
Alright,
introduce
let's do
yourself
this
in that
bitch.
order?
What? Oh yeah, hello. Jared 2013 here. Back on the oldest server of Minecraft. Here with Mr. Mitch 361. Gonna have a good time today. Gonna kill some veterans.
Those heckin' vets.
What the heck?
Oh yeah, you know.
Hello guys, I'm Mike. Like an intervention. Yeah, so please find 55. Pretty much all to say.
And then Kill It.
Great. Yep. I'm Kill It, member of the Anti-Incursion, also female.
Okay. All right.
Classic trap.
So today we're going to be reacting to it and pausing it throughout to give kind of notes about certain stuff. I'll pause it
Okay.
throughout as we go.
Yeah, so are you on the screen right now?
I'm not actually going to play the video for copyright reasons, but the audio is just as good.
Okay. Are you sure about the audio, really?
Yeah, audio should be fine. And if he strikes it down, that just makes
Okay.
this 10 times better.
That's true. Okay, so the first thing I want to say, the video is titled 2B2T Civil War. This is just absolute clickbait. I want to make that very clear right off the bat.
Obviously, yeah.
There is no civil war going on at all. We're having a friendly competition between the incursion and the anti-incursion. You know, the hostilities will not last, hopefully, beyond the duration of the incursion. So he's already bullshitting his viewers.
And that's
Good
the
stuff.
thing too. I saw the title and I instantly knew, oh great, this is another pathetic attempt by Fit to get back in the incursion. Because he
Yeah.
already tried to have an alt to get back in the server, even though we mass majority banned him. So,
Absolutely.
alright,
Going on the title. I mean, I gotta say something about this. He titles it Civil War in the sense of he's trying to milk it even more than it already is. So he already has his YouTuber with 1 million subscribers or so coming onto it, which already is enough for him. But he thinks, what possible way can I milk this more? He goes, hey, there's people fighting on the server, let's talk about that. All right,
I mean,
we get back into it.
I feel
Alright.
like not much has changed since Fuse has come in. I mean, there have been wars. There's always been wars at 2v2 history. Nothing's really changed. There's no need to make it seem like it has.
exactly.
Yeah, that's true as well. Just absolute clickbait.
We'll get to all this as the video progresses. But alright, I'm gonna start his audio now.
Fit MC.
Dear members of 2B2T, I came to your server in peace, thinking that I would find some nice people to play with and to hang out with. Instead,
Hold
I've
on,
received
wait
a
a
lot of
minute.
insults.
Oh my god, Jared, let it play out.
Yeah,
Jared.
Okay, this guy's a fucking retard off the bat.
exactly. Like this is
I came on
obviously
here, like the image that he posted even on his first video, it was like a desolate wasteland with lava flowing from world hype. And he says here, I came onto your server for peace. What the fuck kind of fucking retard says this shit? Seriously now. This guy needs to be IQ checked immediately. Alright, continue.
Towards me, my community, and my country. If you want the war, you're going to have the war. Team Baguette versus Team Veteran.
Really scary.
America goes to war. Men of the Army, Navy, and Marines reinforce the battlefront
Man.
on 6 continents.
look at that real nice animation right there. It's
Yeah, I
real.
wanna know who made this for them.
That
It's
took
actually not
took
bad.
so much effort, man. Ooh, that walking animation.
Who did this
Yeah.
though? Like, really? He must have paid somebody.
The men of the Marines.
To save the homes and ideals of free men from Axis domination. In Ireland, United States fighting men who have safely crossed the submarine-infested Atlantic strengthen their ever-increasing ranks.
Is that it?
Yanks
Just gonna
on the
run back
march
and forth?
on Irish.
Oh yeah, I want to pause it because I want to send the watch together link, but I also want to talk about this. So he's doing a real good job on that incursion, huh?
Yeah, actually, you know what? Let's give some background on exactly what's going on in this clip that he's playing. You'll see it play out, but pretty much this is the very first incursion base we made. It wasn't very far out. It was a huge player
Wow.
base there.
Oh, it
The
instantly
worldwide
played.
conflict brings intrepid American airmen to China's heroic fighting front.
Yeah, I want to add to that. You can really tell how the quality of his video has decreased over time. You know, it used to be him actually recording events, and now he's just recording himself going in circles on a horse.
And this is a really old clip. This isn't recent at all.
Really?
I'm pretty sure this is an old clip. Yeah, because he hasn't changed his skin in a while, and you can, I don't know, I'm just pretty sure this is an old clip.
Reusing old clips. First mistake.
All right.
And Spawn doesn't look that nice.
I'm already
Give me a
bored.
second, I see somebody. Oh yeah, that looks like a clown that needs to go down, baby. With the time zone difference, it can be hard to find new players like this that come from the French invasion. This gold farm looks like it's still operational. Well, not for long. Let's take this guy out. Caught you napping, buddy.
Wow, great job. Really nice spawn kill.
He's been able to kill naked. I mean,
That's some real
what
skill
more
right
does the
there.
incursion need? Like, I feel like
PvP
the
god.
incursions.
Yeah.
Man,
feel like
why
we're
did we
needed.
ever ban him from the incursion when we had somebody like that?
Guys, I want to focus more on like the actual flaws in the video rather than just criticizing his stupid video clips that he's chosen.
I agree. We're getting to the juicy stuff.
Let's continue.
Is that it? No
The
griefing.
entire 2B2T community has united against the French invasion.
Not
Despite
true
the
at
community
all. It was, I mean,
No.
the entire 2B2T community. We only have like, at our peak, which is a couple days ago now, we had 300 people in the Discord. And that is probably not even 1/4 of the entire server community. A lot of people refuse to participate. A lot of people have no interest in it. So that's right off. It's just bullshit.
Oh yeah, and I don't even think there's actually a French invasion that deserves that much forces sent to it. I mean, how many French have you seen on? I mean, really, it's just been us fighting anti-incursion.
Well, the thing is, they're online at different hours. I mean, the majority of the people who participate in the incursion are American, and of course, French people coming from France, 5 hours ahead.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm ready to continue.
Having a common foe, the power struggle between the various groups on 2B2T is stronger than ever, with multiple groups all vying to be the most powerful. A civil war of sorts is upon us. Now, Fuse's entrance into 2B2T has caused more infighting in the 2B2T community
You know, I want to say
than any
real
other
quick,
invader.
Here, pause it. Civil war. The term that he uses,
Before
a
him.
civil
Oh
war
crap!
itself.
I don't know
A
why
few
that
days
started.
ago,
Just make
at
sure
a
it
higher
stays
up
Other
slow.
players,
the
other players can
incursion
play it.
Oh,
Okay.
come on, guys.
began
Can you kick him?
If you
Uh,
play the
just a
video,
lot of
I'm
people
kicking
can
you.
kick. Okay, so I just want to say, civil war is a fight between, I believe, it's a fight within a country, and he's saying that these people who are invaders are part of the country. That's what he's implying when he says civil war. It doesn't really make much sense in this case. Of course, if these people are invaders, then they are definitely not part of our 2B2T country.
I believe he's referring to how there are wars amongst the players that already
Yeah.
existed on 2B2T,
Yeah.
which I wouldn't even call that a civil war. That's
That's
just
how
Yeah,
it works
that's
in
just
groups.
war.
Well, the thing is, he like just before he said that, he said everybody on 2B2T has united. That means everybody who came before the French people have united. So even if he did mean that, he's kind of contradicting himself with that statement.
Very much so. Very much so. All right, I'm gonna press play.
Yeah.
arguing about how the incursion should be run. During the evening of September 29th, anyone with any association to YouTube was
I'm just gonna
No,
stop that.
alright,
bro.
no,
well, actually,
no,
hold on. Wait a
wait,
sec.
wait,
Wait a sec.
wait.
I'm
No,
gonna
play
wait
it
to
out, play it
finish.
out.
I'm gonna wait to finish
Discord.
talking.
This included myself, Ant Venom, Taragadude, as well as a few others.
Okay, now we can
Okay.
now we
I
can
think
talk
I should
about
answer
this.
this one.
Yes,
because
yes,
I
because
was
you
one
have
who
seen the
made
audit
it
logs and
FitMC.
everything.
Yeah, so what happened with that, the reason we banned FitMC, precisely the reason why he made this video. Because if you look at what the point of the incursion is, we intend to repel the invader. What Fit is doing, he is giving the audience a reason to come onto 2B2T and play with us. He's making it more difficult. I don't know if he realizes that, but he's probably more focused on making shekels for himself. And in addition to that, Ant Venom is not banned. To this day, it's now October 3rd. Ant Venom is still in this Discord. His buddy Michael McChill, still in this Discord. Dr. Zombie, still in the Discord. Baron still here. Morbid Rain, still here.
And
Now,
I'll be
with
posting
Targeted,
screenshots of those too that I got. So they prove they're still in here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, like literally as Jared was saying, the definition of an incursion is an invasion or attack. And the whole point is that players are coming onto the server and attacking the server, and so the whole incursions model is just to stop players from actually coming on the server. And when FitMC makes videos attracting players to the server, it just contradicts everything that we are trying to accomplish.
He's just
Exactly.
yeah, he's salty that he got banned because he wasn't contributing to the incursion, rather making the incursion harder on everybody else.
well, not simply that he wasn't contributing, rather, he was actually fighting actively against the incursion by producing content for his channel. I mean, imagine, what is the view count at right now for this video?
I imagine like
Uh,
8,000. I
yeah.
can check.
8,000. 8,000. How many more people? I mean, if you disinclude the people like who have already played and been playing on TBTT, say perhaps
7,000.
7,000 additional people who now might have interest in the server and might join the server as a result of Fit's video. There is an absolutely valid reason why this man cannot participate in any events on TBTT because he is actively fighting against the community. He is no longer for the community as he once preached in 2016. He is now against it. He has become the new Russia.
And he's lived long enough to become the enemy.
All right, I'm paused.
Many disagreed with how the incursion was being run, with many refusing to obey the KOS list, members attacking other members, and numerous other individuals
That's
being
not true.
kicked for
I
seemingly
just
no
want to make
reason,
that clear.
which is
Yeah,
why
which part?
a new group has surfaced to
People not
oppose them.
obeying the KOS list, we have actually never had an issue with that, and I highly doubt he actually got that information out of somebody else. I think he just made it up out of thin air.
Well, probably not that information directly, but I know he directly contacted a couple of anti-incursion members to get information for
Yes,
this
he
video,
did.
which was complete bogus. Because I don't think he talked to any incursion members. He only got sources from the side that was against the place he had been kicked from.
Exactly. How do
Absolutely.
you get info on
Yeah.
the incursion? Yeah, just go to the any incursion members. That makes total sense. I mean, not like they're anti-incursion or anything.
Yeah.
Ugh.
All right, you can play.
They call themselves the anti-incursion, and have already dealt several blows to the incursion, including the grief of the incursion spawn base, multiple victories in battle near 0-0, as well as causing havoc on the highways. Other groups, such as Armorsmith's followers, Team Rainbow, the Vortex Coalition, and
Okay, now hold on right here.
have all taken up arms for themselves.
Vortex
pauses.
Coalition.
Yeah, we
has
can talk
not
about these. Yeah.
participated
Yeah.
in the incursion at all. They've actually been extremely inactive. They're not even fighting against the incursion. They haven't posted anything in any of the chats since Fuse made his initial video. They might as well be in an off season right now, even though they're supposedly on season.
And isn't redacted Imperium? I mean, can we just throw that out there?
Probably, it probably is.
And that makes no
Yeah.
sense either because most of the incursion is Imperium. So
And
Team Rainbow.
another thing, Team Rainbow.
They
and
literally
Armor's
post. Okay,
followers,
I want to address
they've been
this because
doing nothing.
I found this because I remember this. Brain literally posted on the subreddit that Team Rainbow is neutral. I'll put that screenshot up in the video. That they are completely neutral, not against the incursion. Like he made it very clear. So
Yeah, I
some
find it
simple
funny that he just
yeah.
bullshits like that.
some simple
with
search
no
on the
basis
subreddit would have proved him
whatsoever.
wrong. But his 7,000 people that don't check the subreddit are not going to care.
Exactly, and this is the issue. Just interesting to me how he posts these easily falsifiable claims in his video. what he's going to say in response to this video, if he even does respond.
No, he's not going to respond to this video because he realizes that if he does respond to this video, he's giving me attention and I'm winning. So.
This is true. All right, you can unpause it.
And I want to mention another thing here. When he says that there's a civil war and mentions all these different factions, this is one of the things that made me really mad. Is that he is instigating confrontation between these groups through misinformation. Because, say for instance, somebody from one group sees this and says, hey, so and so is going against us. That's going to start problems, right? So,
Yeah.
that's not. There's a line between making content that might be factually incorrect but entertaining and then making complete misinformation and fake news.
Yeah.
You shouldn't make a
That's what
video
it
like
really
this if you're
boils
that
down to.
uninformed.
Against all sides, including the French. At this point, I know the best course of action for me is to not get involved with any side and focus my efforts on finding Fuse himself.
You know, I find that comment
Staying
really
true to
ironic.
the team
Not to get involved in any side, yet the only people, evidently the only people he actually contacted were anti-incursion members. He must not have contacted anybody from Armor Smith followers because Armor Smith is the only person in that group. And he must have not contacted anybody from Team Rainbow because Brain, who's the leader of Team Rainbow, openly stated that that was absolute BS.
Exactly. He gets
same
sick
with
from the
Vortex
incursion and
Goalie.
he flees to the anti-incursion because nobody wants him.
And not to mention, he's claiming on stating a neutral standpoint and wants to go find Fuse himself. That to me just says this whole thing is staged, and I know if I
Exactly.
get other groups involved, it's going to make it not end up how I want it to.
This is his way of saying that he's not involved with the incursion anymore, but he's still going to make content against Fuse.
Yeah,
It's
I
his
want to
way
hit on
of
that.
like, yeah.
I want to hit on that point of him calling neutral. I think he's saying that in the sense of he's trying to save his ass because
Mm-hmm.
every video he's made up leading to this point relating to 2B, he's been known as one of the incursion leaders, one of the players that has always stopped all the new players from coming. And I think that now that he's in that position where he is out of the incursion and kicked out, he almost needs to save his ass in a way by saying he needs to stay away and stay neutral. You know, it's not because it's
veteran
lit-
roots. I
I
plan
mean, you get what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
to eventually locate Fuse and have a chat with him. But in the meantime, it's still my job to let you all in.
Doesn't he already chat with him about what the video he's gonna make next?
All right, that
Most
voice clip in the
likely.
beginning was straight evidence. He didn't just make that video and just post it to his YouTube.
Exactly.
Like, obviously, it was coordinated between the two. Like, this is all staged from the
He
very beginning.
wants to have another 1v1 with Fuse, right? That's what got him clicks last time, is 1v1 with Rusher. Just copy that formula.
Oh, it's getting to that. Just continue.
On what has been happening on both sides. One of the first acts against the French by the 2B2T community was the French Friar. This project involved completely destroying the nether highways near 0-0 and trapping every
just one
portal
thing.
on the perimeter.
He says it's the 2B2T community. It was only the incursion that worked on the French Fire. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah.
From there, withers were placed en masse at the bottom of the nether, surrounded by towering walls of lava on all sides. Numerous players were killed by this, both directly and from spawn patrols that were able to funnel them. A few days ago, a player by the name of WAO stormed.
It's pronounced women are objects.
Yeah,
It's the shekels.
he
can't say
didn't
women
want to
are
get
objects.
demonetized, guys.
because that's the objective. He's trying to play the game.
But you know, nigger being spammed in the chat
Yeah.
isn't gonna get him demonetized.
The incursion's dupe stash. By destroying it, he cut off part of the incursion's supply line
Hey,
and
pause
killed
that.
many of the incursion
Pause
members
that.
there.
Cut off the supply line. We all had pearls at our dupe stashes. Getting this on with fully geared, maxed out e-chest takes literally 2 minutes. Just pearl back, grab our shit, come back. Our supply line, it's more of a meetup point at best, and we don't even go to the incursion bases that much.
Yeah.
It's more for just shits and giggles, like just having the base and just being around the incursion members. It's more of a community thing. We really don't need that. We don't even need an incursion base.
Yeah, I don't think it really surprises anybody the fact that he's fabricating information for more views and a more interesting video.
I feel like all of his
This-
videos are shaped like this as well, with all the misinformation, especially considering that this dupe stash, it didn't make a difference whether it existed or not, because all the incursion members are rich. If you're poor and you can't sustain yourself, you probably aren't in the incursion.
Yeah, this is true.
This act was one of the sparks that ignited the anti-incursion movement, and several battles near 0-0 began. With PvP prowess and guerrilla tactics, encounters with them have already proved fatal for many. There's a reason I'm keeping my distance from 0-0 for the time being.
Yeah, it's because everyone wants to kill you.
And he can't PvP.
Exactly, you can't
He has
PvP
no
either.
experience with the new meta. No experience with the new meta.
Anybody who sees fit at spawn is going to want to PvP him. And he'll just log too. Didn't he
Why,
do
what's
that
so
on the
fun?
sub somewhere? Wasn't there a video of him logging on somebody?
He's done it plenty of
Recently?
times. But that's not like the point of the video. That's not what we're trying to discuss here. We're trying to prove that he is not an authority when it comes to 2B2T. No longer an authority. And he has really adapted to the ways of the media in contemporary society. You know, he is fabricating
Exactly.
shit for more views. It ends up being for the shekels, you know. My only question for him is it all worth it? He made this many enemies. How many friends has he made?
With numerous dupes over the past several years, weapons, armor, and gear are in no short supply, meaning that battles at spawn have become wars of attrition. If you kill someone, they'll return in several minutes re-geared and ready to die again. Many of the
Okay, so
anti-incursion
he says they'll return re-geared and ready to die. Then why is it an issue that the dupe stash has been destroyed? If they can just return back re-geared from a
Exactly.
stash or something.
This is true.
Contradicting.
It is, yes, you're right.
members have actually begun to repair the damage from the French Friar. They're actually repairing the highways directly above
Okay,
0-0 so that they
again
can
on this,
continue to
Anti-incursion isn't repairing anything. We have not tried repairing anything, and the reason is because we just honestly don't care to repair it. It's too much effort. We just PvP in areas where there isn't a giant lava ocean, or
Yeah.
we'll sword PvP in the lava.
Yeah, just more milking of the facts for entertainment purposes.
PvP. It's been an on and off battle to have control of this area between the incursion and the anti-incursion. Now, with both of these forces occupied, it has been easier for the French to escape. They can fight all they want, but my focus
Yeah,
is
you know what,
still
stop
on
it there, actually.
Fuse. Like it's
He says it's harder for the French to escape spawn, but if you think about it, the anti-incursion aren't protecting the French. If they see a new fag, they're going to do the same thing the incursion does, and they're going to kill them. So you're going to have twice as many players at spawn at all times.
Right.
which
It's
is
not
contradicting.
we're not working against the incursion. A lot of us actually agree with the ideals. We just don't agree with the way things have been set up and put in place. So we work against you guys, but we're still gonna kill people. We're still gonna keep them from getting out of spawn. We don't care whether they stay in spawn and they're stuck in spawn. We're not gonna help them out.
been from day one. Finding Fuse and confronting him is not going to be an easy task. For starters, he pre-records his videos, meaning that his location is hard to figure out in the present. He usually finishes all of his filming around 5 a.m. Florida time, so the time zones are definitely a problem as well. Fuse giving his fans information on hacked clients will also make things more challenging once the French players become established. But luckily, 2B2T players come from all over the world, not just a single country. Tracking his whereabouts is still possible.
I should talk about that for a sec. The finding Fuse is actually not going to be that hard considering they stage everything.
And they did it with Rusher, even though he
Exactly.
pre-recorded his videos. People who weren't even a part of the staging would find Rusher and were able to kill him multiple times.
And I
I
mean,
don't know
there's
if it's
a
actually possible to determine that. He's only uploaded 2 videos now. We can't really determine the general trend of the videos yet. It may
Right.
be that he actually goes out and builds a base, and that would get destroyed within days. But maybe he doesn't. Maybe he continues to explore, in which case I'm sure tracking him will actually be quite challenging.
Just more tedious. Ah, the thrill of the hunt. This is what I live for. This is what makes 2B2T fun for me. It always has. Always trying to find and track down that one player. And I've had plenty of those types of players throughout the years that I've had to track down and eventually try and kill. Talo, Pop Bob, the Camping Rusher, Ant Venom, L Rich MC,
I like to
Agent
pause it here actually for a
GB,
second.
and now
I just want to say, he has never tracked down Pop Bob.
Yeah,
he has
I-
absolutely no relation to Pop Bob, actually.
That's what I was thinking. I think he's just trying to bring out the biggest names that's on the server that he's milked the most and people know about him the most. There's no way he's ever tried to track down Pop Bob.
I feel so bad. I
And-
feel so bad for Pop too because
And the thing with Ant Venom, you can't really track down Ant Venom. He's only uploaded one video, and it wasn't even like a series of I'm
Yeah.
going here and I'm gonna be here. He doesn't even play on the server hardly.
Pop Bob's name has just been drugged through the dirt over and over and over again, just used and used and used for relevancy.
Searching
Yep.
for Pop Bob is like searching for nothing in a haystack.
Good
That's not
analogy.
happening. It's not happening. But I'm sure he found him. Just wait for that next video.
now, well, it's gonna be Fuse.
Pop Bob's
By
farm.
the time the Camping Rusher and I dueled in the summer of 2016, he had already become established enough where he actually stood a chance. If I were to fight Fuse now, it would be too easy. He is not nearly geared up enough, he hasn't played on the server long enough, he just simply lacks the experience. It wouldn't mean anything if I were to win. I'm going to give him some time to get established. I want
Yeah,
him to really
there.
experience.
As we were saying earlier,
I'm gonna milk it, basically.
Mhm.
I am gonna want him to come on the server. I want him to play. I want more views. I want more people. He's literally inviting him to stay. It's not like a hey, fuck off, this is our server. It's more like, hey, come play on our server,
'Cause-
Come enjoy it, have fun.
Right.
This is
Come
very
get geared
true.
up.
The
Here,
quicker
let me get you some gear while we're at it.
Yeah, the quicker he shuts them down, the quicker we don't have to be incurring new fags at spawn. The quicker people don't have to deal with the large influx in the queue and the large influx of players spamming chat and talking in French. If he was really into the whole idea of let's get these guys out of our server, he would not say, I'll give you time to get, whenever you're ready, just let me know. It would be, I'm going to find you, I'm going to kill you, I don't care.
2B2T
definitely milking
culture.
it dry.
And once he's done this, and once he's put all of his experiences together, then I think he'll be ready to fight. And I think, with that being it, MC.
Oh, great.
Yeah, it looks like somebody just learned how to fuck with a video. We were at like 8 minutes, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pressure.
Right around here. Basically, he says if I'm going to fight
In my
Fuse, I'm
country,
going to
if you
do
want
it
to-
with
Was
2
one
sets
of
of
the-
armor. I'm not going to use crystals. I'm going to use
Pressure.
swords,
Anchor.
and I'm just going to be not using the main meta right now.
Yeah.
He plans on fighting him without even acknowledging the crystal meta that's going on, only using swords.
Why
And
do
I-
you find that interesting?
Well, I find it interesting because you're not really fighting for control of the server if you're not fighting the way the server could be fought. Like, if that makes any sense, because if you're fighting with swords when crystals are the meta, are you really fighting for control of the server if you're not fighting with what can be used and what you have access to? I think it should be a fight of everything they have access to and everything they can do, just like all-out crystal PvP. Fuse needs to learn how it works. Fit also needs to learn how it works because that's the meta. It's a lot more efficient than swords. It's not like bed bombing, but like it was back then when you could only do it in the nether. crystals you can do anywhere. You can do them in the overworld. That way, it's more practical to have a crystal fight. It doesn't matter where you're doing it. You can do it literally anywhere.
Yeah, it's like dueling with swords when you have access to guns.
All right. Well, do we have any final thoughts on the video?
I mean, I think we should let Kill explain his
Oh
thoughts on
yeah,
the
Kill It
incursion
wrote a
with-
paragraph about it. I want to hear what he has to say.
Yeah, Killo's.
Read the paragraph.
I mean, read what you want from it, like your
All right.
general
Well,
consensus.
I mean, said a lot of this earlier. It was clearly biased the entire video, and it just shouldn't have been uploaded in the first place without him first evaluating from both sides. And any information he should be taking into account. It shouldn't be just from one person. He should be able to get this information from an incursioneer, an anti-incursioneer, and someone who's not even related, a neutral person, a neutral party, someone who's taking a look at it without any bias. And that way you can get unbiased information. And there's a lot of stuff in there that just wasn't correct, and we went over a lot of it and we hammered it down. And one of the major points I brought up in the paragraph towards him is everyone uses crystals. Why are you going to fight with swords when everyone uses crystals? No one uses swords anymore.
This is all very true. Yeah, I think we've got most of the points down. Just covered throughout the length of the video. Pretty much the general idea I want you guys to get from this. Fit is not with us. He is no longer our friend. Fit is just as much a YouTuber as any of the other guys. And you go back, you examine these videos that he's been making since he started in 2016. Over time, you will notice that the trends like that he exhibits are following exactly the progression of a typical YouTuber. He is no longer creating content for the quality. He's creating content so that it can meet 10-minute requirements, so that it can appeal to his audience. And specifically, he even goes so far as to fabricate information so that it appeals to his audience, which isn't truthful anymore. He's no longer the authority on 2B2T that he once was.
No, yeah. We had a little debate before this, but as I was saying, I was talking about how when Fit first started making videos and he started making all these history videos, a lot of people that joined at this era, and still to this day most builds up the whole player base, is full of players that don't know anything about what happened beyond 2016. So when he was making these videos talking about the history, the old players knew instantly that he was fabricating a lot of information, and a lot of information wasn't true. But so instantly, the old players actually knew that he was lying and just milking everything, and he's just trying to play the game. But now that people could actually be on this level and get a better understanding of everything that's going on, people can finally understand everything, and they could start connecting all the dots and realize that he's just been playing the game and just milking everything for players that aren't even on the server.
Yeah,
All right.
absolutely.
I think that's a good way to end this off. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I
Yep.
said what I wanted to.
Yep.
All right, guys. Yeah, so don't believe everything you hear. See you later.